All right, well, it's the next day. Got my book out, going through these things. Yes, there's supposed to be a 3/4 ID O-ring in there. So I'm gonna replace that. I'm gonna swap these other 4 out. Let's see, number 49 is a 1/2 inch ID. I'm probably gonna have to measure these to see if they are, you know, the 1/8, the 3/32, or, you know, whatever they are, thick. I don't know if I can look that up online, as in at agcopartsbooks.com. Not a sponsor of the channel, but a really good reference for all of us. So I put these, I had these valves out, or spools out, looked them over. I couldn't find anything, no scoring, no missing pieces, no broken springs or anything there. So my guess is this has something to do with it, but we're also going to go look at the valve on the side of the 3-point unit itself. There's not much in here other than the piston, which I should probably replace these rings. I know I don't have that O-ring, or the not keeper sleeve. You know what I'm saying. I said it earlier in this video of what it is. But anyways, should probably get one of those, or a set for that while I have it apart. But before I start ordering parts again, I want to well, I'll probably order those with some parts I need for this. So I'm not getting this done as quick as I want, but so that's the way it is. So you just never know. I hated to take that off again and do things twice, but it is what it is. So anyways, let's go look outside at the other part I'm talking about. FYI, this is my Parts Jetstar 3. It's actually leaving. Some of my friends bought this. They needed they want the tires off the back. The rims are no good on this, and I made them a package deal for the whole thing, not including my chain. You're not getting my chain, fellas. Anyways, yeah. So actually I sold this tractor to go towards another. For what I sold this tractor for, I couldn't buy the tractor I'm after, but that's how it goes. So to me, all these tractors are investments. That starter's been off for a while. That's actually the starter we used to free up the 302 LP, to be honest with you. So this was sitting out back, and it's going to get some use. I think he's going to use some parts off of it they have some other Jetstar 3 Supers. So yeah, no big deal, but it has really, really, really good tires on the back. That's basically, you know, where a lot of the money, you know, the worth of this tractor is. There's a few other parts too, of course, you know, engine parts, and the motor is stuck, and there's something wrong with the front end, as in it will move. You know, you can steer it with a bar, but it's not talking between the steering wheel and the front end, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, back to what I was working on. So I am assuming that there might be something wrong with this hydraulic valve unit here. So that's next on my agenda. But this video is probably getting plenty long, and I need to get a video out anyways. So and I did double check the gear that drives this pump is turning. I started the tractor with the top off, and well, I got wet because that's turned so fast. It grabs the oil and just flings it all over. So yeah, but yeah, we'll have to clean all that oil out again. But I was able to save this gasket, so that's a good thing. We'll replace this O-ring as well, just because it doesn't look bad, but looks bad and is bad, two different things, which we all know. So all right, well, this isn't the end of the video that I wanted, but it's the truth. So it is what it is. So I tried to, let's say, go the quick way to fix this, and it bit me in the butt. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But fortunately, this is my tractor, and it's my labor, my time. Yes, my time is worth something, but you know, I don't feel bad about it, because I'm not, you know, it's not going to cost the customer anymore, or, you know, delay the customer any time. But anyways, so yeah, we'll get back at her here shortly. So I'm gonna work on that pump too. And this weekend I want to get this axle housing back on this tractor. But I gotta wait for the boys to get back here. Jacob has got something going on basically all weekend. Nicholas is helping a family or whatever insulating her crawl space. So kind of you know, helping somebody out. So I'm glad that he's willing to do that. I'm sure he's going to make a few bucks, but you know, for a 17-year-old kid, at least he's got the ambition to, you know, know that he can do stuff like that. And there is some money to be, you know, out there to, you know, pay for some fuel or something. You know, just that's a, you know, I don't know if this generation realizes it, but there's so many ways to make money. Yeah, you're not going to get rich, but just extra spending money that you don't have to take out of your normal budget, you know, just little things. So, you know, little projects, you know, cleaning gutters. Yes, it can be dangerous, but, you know, it's ladder work, I should say. But there's so many people out there that aren't even able to clean gutters. But, you know, if you are, you know, that's helping them out, and they're willing to pay, you know, to do that. So, I've even done that in the past. It's kind of a dirty job, but it's just rotten leaves. It's not like it's you know, feces from something or other. But anyways, so that's enough of that. You know, if you don't want to clean gutters, I understand. But I'm just pointing out the fact that I'm proud of my son, both sons. They'll still do that stuff. You know, they're willing to work and you know, have appreciation for, you know, things they have, as in, you know, he drives a nice pickup. It's nowhere near new. It's 20 years old. You know, it's got 300-something thousand miles on, but it looks nice, sounds good, you know, all that stuff. But that's his truck. You know, if he needs an oil change, he pays for the oil change now. But, you know, so anyways, I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry. All right, I got work to do, and you got to watch this video. So, hey, appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one. Welcome back to the channel. Well, she's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's actually the opening day of our early doe season, which is just today and tomorrow. I didn't go out this morning, although, well, different season, but actually I think they're open too. We had like 20 turkeys right at our back deck this morning. I mean, literally, they were at the steps. But anyways, yep, I just watched them. I got enough stuff to do today. I don't need to be messing around with that stuff. So anyways, I want to take this valve body off and inspect it. You know what? And I read the book that to bleed this air out of here, I thought maybe at first when I had this tractor back together and nothing was working, I had air in the system. Okay. So in the book, it's talking about, you know, taking some of this stuff out and, you know, bleeding air out of there. Well, I could get oil out of here. You know, of course, I got oil out of here. But when I took this plug out, there was no oil coming out of this thing here. Maybe that is our smoking gun, as they say. I don't know. Oh shoot, I should have grabbed. Well, anyways, I got this bolt back here loosened. The threads on it aren't rounded off. Kind of looks like something's been hitting this, you know, whether it be with a hammer or I don't know. But anyways, they're mangled up and my wrench won't even fit on there anymore. So I can't, yeah, it's got it oblonged or something or other, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to use crescent wrench, which normally isn't, you know, your tool of choice, but I think I'm gonna, yeah, that's gonna just round right off. I don't know what's going on there. It just looked like something's been hammering at that right there. Let's see. What would be right there? Because that's the front of the tractor. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to get either one of them, might not easy out, but you know what I'm saying. That's for broken studs or whatever. You know, this case, those little socket thingies. So I think I'll grab that, and yeah, we'll get that off. Okay, well, I got the two mangled bolts out, but not without some carnage. I'll show you that in a second. as soon as I get this last bolt out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. When I took that bolt out, yeah, these two pieces here are cracked. As you can see, that's not a new crack by no means. So that's lovely. Might be able to braze that back on, or even JB weld it. I mean, it's really not that much there. So I'm looking at here. Interesting. There's a spool valve in there, or a valve at least. A spool. Maybe that's what's stuck. But what I'm seeing, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. Not sure what that is. Let's look and see in relationship to this. What does that hold? Nothing. Okay. I was just seeing this mud dauber stuff, but that's just a plug right there. Okay, so that's nothing important to there. Okay. Well, let's take this over to the bench. There's an O-ring right there. I see. That's some kind of a long quad ring or something. You know what I'm saying? Oval shaped. That's different. So, okay, let's take this thing over to the bench and tear it apart. Well, let's see if there's anything in here that looks like it's not good. Okay. O-ring there is there. Okay. Seat down in there, of course. There's a snap ring in there and a screen there. Just wondering if this little valve in there is stuck by chance. Well, maybe I should put this in a vise and try to get that out. What's the chances of that, you know, staying with us? Just a little itty bitty C-clip. Or snap ring. Come on, just use words. Trying to do this without poking a hole in that screen. And losing it. And poking my finger. But we're getting. Got it. No fling. So, alright. Alright. Little washer there. Little screen. Little bigger screen. Really tiny mesh in it. I mean, just trying to do it without. I don't know if come on. Just trying to get under it. It's got to be an easier way. I don't know if it's magnetic or not. Negative. Must be something not magnetic. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. So how's the rest of that come out? And what does that screen do? There's a pretty good scratch right there. Does that go down? Let me grab something a little more blunt. Nope. Okay, this is odd. Backup ring. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. Okay, well, I got that being repaired there. I couldn't find anything wrong with that. I put the spool or that valve in there. It wasn't stuck. I was able to stick my pick in there and it would move and push out oil. So I don't think that was a problem. So I did replace, this is on the control valve, you know, that actually controls the 3-point hitch. But replace all 5 of these O-rings with brand new ones. So they're all 3/32, some are 3/4 ID, some are 9/16, and some are half. So thank you to AGCO Parts Books though for help clearing that out and tell me what size it is. And of course I got a universal kit over here that has all them in there. So I think we can put this back together. I think I am gonna order the new rings here, or ring, you know what I'm saying, O-ring and backer for that, but I can get this back together to there. But I don't know, because if this is leaking, but my problem is I don't even hear it trying. If it was leaking, I would think it would have some kind of resistance, maybe wouldn't hold it up. So I'm thinking this probably is a good O-ring. I know I don't have an extra one of those. All right, well, got a malfunctioning GoPro is what's going on. I haven't been putting many videos out. I don't know what's going on. Has good SD card in it. I've changed SD cards. It'll turn on. It'll act normal. It says, but even though there's an SD card in it, it says no SD. So it means it won't record. And I can take that same SD card that's in there, put it on my computer, and my video or the clips are on there. So I don't know. So I'm shooting this clip, which I'm trying to finish a video for you guys. So I might have to get a new camera. So that's going to cost me some money somehow or another. But anyways, so what I'm doing today is, let's see if I can turn you around. We're going to rebuild this pump, and we're still working on the 550. So this is all sealed back up with new O-rings that I could replace. I already did that. I ordered new the O-ring and backer ring for that. So that should be in hopefully tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know. So I won't be able to put it all back together until I get these. And any other O-rings, we're going to replace those. So whether you know this or not, there's 2 styles of pumps. I shouldn't say styles. There's pumps that have 3/4 inch long vanes and pumps that have 5/8. And I already took this part once to, actually this is the original pump that was in this tractor when I got it. So the one I bought off eBay is still in the unit. So we're going to take that one back out. We're going to rebuild this one. I don't think it's all that difficult. It doesn't look that way, at least to me. But we're going to rebuild this one real quick. I say real quick, but actually I think it is going to be real quick. So, all right, I've got to figure out somehow or another to mount you here. Okay, you're in my vise. I put my iPhone in a vise. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but that's what happened. Now, move this the other way here. So like I said, I already took this apart once, just to investigate that, but I'll take it apart again. Yeah, I didn't get out here as quick as I wanted to tonight at a school board meeting. 2 of 10, luckily it was a short one, but fiddling with that GoPro, trying to get that to go, and well, wasn't having much luck either. So, well, here's the inside of that part. Not sure what they call this part. It might be called the head, maybe. I don't know. But I'm gonna try to show you as much as I can. But it says Vickers on there. It's kind of a cool thing. All right, set that on the rag here. All right, so I'll bring it over here for a second. See how much I can do this one-handed here. So there's an O-ring right here. That's the one that goes actually in there. If I get on there. So, all right. This just slides up. We'll set that there. There's an O-ring here. Or is this called the head? I don't know. So, I don't know if this just slides off. Oh yeah, that just slides off. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to see if there's, but there is some discoloration, and sorry, I'm not used to doing this with iPhone, but you can see some discoloration other than where, see that there? Maybe that is the problem. So I'll pick this out. I got a pick right there, but I'm trying to record and hold a phone at the same time. Okay. So I think this is pretty simple, actually. Okay. All right, I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit and I'll be back. Okay, O-ring number 1. Set you in there. I'm gonna put just a dab of grease on here. Maybe it'll help hold that in. Maybe. Okay, there's that. Then I spent half the day yesterday, looking for some bolts and a tap that I got for my 900 project. So I ordered eight 6-inch long bolts, and I ordered a bunch of bolts, the shorter ones for the that rear end there, and I ordered 2 different size taps. One I ordered for doing the threads on the cast centers where the big weights go on, the big split weights. I used that on the 1050, and anyways, then I ordered a one for the 3/4 inch bolts on this tractor behind me. So, all right. Okay. There. Simple as that, I think. I hope. Maybe. So, okay. Then we'll replace the other O-ring. That one goes in here. And we'll call it the top. I'll put a little grease on that too. Just a little, not a lot. Just to help hold it. All right. Now, I'm going to double check. Here, I'm going to show you something. Actually, I know I took that off just like yo. So, yeah, that goes on just like that. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you know the inside of a hydraulic pump, but as this rolls, see how this hole here is oblong. As it rolls, it builds pressure. Oil gets squirted in. I can get it to turn all the way around for you. But anyways, this doesn't rotate actually. This rotates, and that's what makes the pressure. It sucks it in one side, pushes it out the other. That make any sense? I hope so. All right. And there's that. Okay. And our top goes back on. Oh, I gotta double check which way it goes. Just want to make sure I got it right. No, I'll go double check one more time. Oh, yeah, see, I'm nowhere near as smooth with this iPhone either, so I'm pretty sure that's the correct direction. Okay, there it is. Pump's all back together. That was relatively painless, that's for sure. I didn't take this off, but I don't have any parts to go on there either. So, all right, well, it's getting late. There it is. So tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna put that pump into the unit, but that's as far as I'll be able to go with that. But I will be able to work on this tractor because I ordered another tap. I don't, more than likely, I probably don't even need to use it, but that's all right. So Lydia has a cross-country meet I have to go to, but hopefully I can get to that and then still have time to work on tractors. So, all right. Well, using the iPhone, I got to stop every time I want to turn the camera around, if you know what I'm saying. So, but anyways, yeah, that's what's going on. I'm having some camera problems, or else I'd have some more videos out. It's kind of delaying me, kind of irritating me, just so you know. So I might be on a hunt for a new camera. I don't want to spend that money. But if I want to keep making videos, I'm probably going to have to. But anyways, even my wife, I think she realizes that it's kind of important to this whole YouTube deal to have a camera. And I really, and I know some guys do it, but use their phone for the whole thing. But I don't think it's the best idea to do, to be honest with you. Enough babbling. Hey, appreciate you watching. I don't know how interesting this was, but we're working towards. We're going to have a lot of new stuff in this tractor for, whenever it gets sent down the road. So it runs good. Getting a lot of new parts on it that I wasn't expecting, but it is what it is. So, all right. Hey, appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.